Mic check 1, 2, 3. The other game I have on the docket. What's up?
Me and Vlad, we get off at 11:30. We get off at 11, so I'm like, yo, 11 o'clock, I'm going through those doors, bro. And he's like, word, yo, Bayern Munich play at 12:32, so let me know.
He's a Bayern fan. Yeah. I'm gonna actually watch it. Like I'll send to you guys and watch it with Ace and my girl because they've been my good luck charm so far. So, not watching with Edgar, never.
What if he just shows up?
I'll kick him out. I'll have Ace bite him.
Shout out to the #1 supporter. You know where you are.
I don't think my liver can handle any more derbies, bro, because that's where I've been going. And,
Yeah, it's been rough, man.
Shout out to
It's been
Darby's
rough.
too, man.
Darby's,
Darby
yeah.
Road.
I don't think my liver. I don't think my
Sponsor, bro, sponsor.
For real. I don't think my liver can handle it, nor my wallet anymore, bro.
Nah, dude,
Way
what's it
too
called?
much.
I went for the opening game. There was like $5 beers, chugging them back. And then the owner comes by. He's like, "Yo, Liverpool won, so everybody here gets whoever's wearing the Liverpool jersey gets a free drink."
Get out!
We took another one.
He's a
Sound
Liverpool
heavy.
fan.
I know.
Yeah. So at that point, I just sat at the bar drinking massive amounts of water because I needed to drive home. I was like, "Fuck."
Classic.
What you got next, bro?
Next, I think this game is we have obviously the big matchup between Liverpool and Arsenal, but I think the game is flying below the radar, which is actually the first game of the weekend. Is Norwich hosting Chelsea? Chelsea, people say, are a strong team in the first half, but realistically, I think they're a strong team in the first 20 minutes and kind of fall off after that.
Mm-hmm.
Norwich have been on a good start. So, guys, I ask you, will Pukki remain on fire?
Pukki party, baby.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm kind of hoping that he scores at least one.
You picked them up?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
No, but do you think that he's going to be able to break the struggles that Chelsea is facing right now?
Yeah,
I think easily.
he should be able to.
Yeah, I mean, like I said last week, I think Chelsea's back line is in shambles. So
I don't think it does, but if Pukki goes up against Man City after Chelsea, right?
No. After it's
okay.
Chelsea, West Ham, and then City.
So I'm pretty sure we all expect the Man City win, but if Pukki gets 2 chances, he's gonna slap them away. So.
And Chelsea have been giving up opportunities left and right. They've been leaving gaping holes everywhere.
yes.
Do you think Lampard's going to get his first win away from home?
I think he will.
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
I think he
I
will.
don't think so.
I'm
I think he is.
I'm riding the Lampard sack.
I think it's.
Yeah, after this game?
I hope he does.
No,
I
no.
hope Pukki
I
scores
think- I
2
think-
hat-tricks.
Yeah, I think this game Chelsea walks away with a dub.
Was it dub?
Yeah, and one of the goals is going to be Pulisic. Mark my word.
Pulisic has been getting closer and closer, like every
Yes.
game.
I mean, he did
like,
slot one away against,
like-
what's it called?
Liverpool.
us.
Liverpool,
No,
yeah.
it was offside,
It
but
was
it was-
offside,
oh,
but
offside.
that was a nice goal.
Yeah, he had a
That was
nice ass play. He had a nice ass
The
through
Giroud
ball.
Yeah,
goal
yeah.
was off
I mean, he's
an
looking
assist
solid.
from him.
No,
So
but, I
look,
mean,
it's coming
solid.
up. He's not going to be a
Yeah.
goal scorer. We know this. He's not. He's
If
more of a
he can-
sister or a hockey assist.
Yeah.
But right now for Chelsea, he's doing his work.
If he could finish the season with at least 8 goals and 3 assists, I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's his first season in the
Bruh.
Prem. It's a good big transition
You
from
guys
German
gotta-
league to Premier League.
He's gonna do more damage in the Europa League. I mean, the Champions League, but yeah, the Premier League is gonna.
Bro,
be some
I
fire
think
numbers.
Different animal.
Chelsea are gonna get exposed. Pukki party is coming to town. Pukki party is coming to town. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you. It's gonna be
But
2-0
Norwich's
Norwich.
defense,
I know that.
it's,
matter.
it's not that much better.
I don't think Lampard's gonna walk away with a win. I really don't.
No.
Listen, every time we talk about Chelsea, if you guys have realized, we always end up saying, "Oh, they played well," and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
They play well FC right now. That's what they are. So
Well, FC.
So
They're
we have
almost
to-
there.
unless Lampard fixes it up and gets one and good professional half of football out of this team, I don't think they could beat a team like Norwich. Norwich have somebody up front that can propel them forward. They're gonna bank on that now. Yes, teams are gonna start looking out for Pukki because he scored a hat trick. He's on form, and maybe they'll start D'ing him up a little bit heavier. But like you said, they have a defense which doesn't even know what to do with themselves right now. So I think Pukki's gonna. I think Norwich are gonna very much, like, what I say, clock it in, and they're gonna get this win now. They're gonna scalp Chelsea because they're at their weakest point during the season. I think so. Norwich 2-0. Easy.
Nah, man. I think Pedro's gonna eat him up, bro.
I feel I kind of agree with Eddie.
Like I talked so much shit like before the season started, and now I'm seeing Pedro. I'm like, holy fuck! Like this guy's actually pretty good, and I think he's just gonna eat him up on the right side.
I do see Pedro definitely being a huge influence for Chelsea in this game, but I agree with Diego. I think Pukki is gonna just. You said it. Chelsea's defense is in shambles, and you have the leading goal scorer in the Premier League going up against you now.
Word. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
way to put it. That's fine.
It's gonna be who scores more goals at the end of the game. Now who that's it. It's like 4-3 to whatever, but it's I
that'd be
think it's gonna be
bro.
a 2-1 kind of a well fought out victory for Norwich.
I hope so.
I hope so too, but I mean we'll see what that means
Nah,
for
I think
the
it'll
Chelsea fans and Lampard.
Chelsea walks away with the win.
2-1 the other way.
2-1 the other way?
Because I think Conte's gonna play the full 90 minutes, so that's gonna add the extra.
Which is funny because
Animo.
they mentioned it last game. Everybody was assuming Conte was going to go back into his old CDM role,
He's still attacking.
and he's still attacking.
What are you doing?
He's doing back to box, but apparently Conte wants to play that position. Like he
Well,
likes.
well,
Because he
Conte's
finally
Conte, bro.
tasted, glory,
Yeah.
assisting and putting in goals.
Yeah, he kind of likes
Everybody
it.
wants
So
that.
he
Nobody
stayed-
likes to do the dirty work.
No.
Word. He spent enough time doing the dirty work, okay?
So I'm guessing
It's
he-
time to
he
shine.
Well,
liked-
because
liked
Jorginho
it.
does the dirty work now.
Yeah,
But the thing
Jorginho's
is
not
that
gonna put.
for a team that has defense in shambles, you have
Bro, they can't even get
the best CDM in the world right now.
they can't even get their players' names right on their jerseys. Bro. Come on, dog.
Who did they get wrong?
Jorginho.
Man.
Ah,
For a cup, for
All right, first of
Mickey
all-
Mouse Cup, for a final. I mean, come on.
First of all, I know you're not talking. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I saw Zlatan's name spelled wrong on a United.
Our
jersey,
United
so-
jersey
Yeah.
on the pitch. I'll look that
On the
up.
pitch,
I don't
so-
know. I don't know about that.
Just saying.
I'm about to look for it right now.
Yeah,
Come on, go.
Marco
I
does
feel,
that.
like, I feel like it might be like they switched the B and the R. I remember seeing
Yeah,
that, but I
yeah,
don't know if
that's what
it's
they
with
did.
United.
They did that for LA Galaxy.
Oh wait, all right. So
LA.
I stand corrected. It
Okay.
wasn't Manchester
Bad,
United.
bad.
So, Marco, while you're on your phone, can you pull up the fantasy? Because now, guys, we are going to give you, if you guys play fantasy Premier League, make sure you join our league. If not, well, just go into overtime when we get into the next conversations. But we're going to give you our fantasy insights, who you should pick up, who you should look out for. And I think I can't talk because I suck at this. So I'll leave it to you
Guys, I have
guys.
something to say.
What's
Diego
up?
knows this already. I wildcarded.
Already?
Dang,
I just saw him.
Wow.
It was like week. I was about to get a mic. Week 3, he was wild card. But
Dude,
his
you-
change is like I can see why he did it, but because his startup was like pretty
I
bad.
mean, I think most
Who'd you
wild
pick up
card.
so early though? That you needed to use the wild card.
Martial.
Oh, yeah, that was
That's
a
not
solid
bad.
player.
You kept Martial, so
Picked up Pukki, Sterling, Chop, Trent for Digne.
I think you dropped a lot too, right?
You dropped something.
Yeah.
Wild.
For main. Mine.
He
I mean,
picked
I got 1 million.
Look,
veins.
he picked up. I know he picked up De
I mean,
Bruyne, Sterling,
picking up
Martial.
Picking up Sterling was a good move.
Yeah, that's
He has.
'Cause regardless of
um,
Manchester City's rotations, Sterling's there.
He's nailed,
Yeah, exactly. That's why, that's the only guy I will keep from Man City is Sterling.
So I'm going to
Oh,
give...
and you got De Bruyne? Oh, well, De Bruyne's cheap. But damn, you got De Bruyne, so that's good. And Wan-Bissaka, so you need a Manchester... Oh, yeah. You got 3 Manchester United players.
I'm going to give you guys
I know.
my big error, which Diego puts...
Yo, my bands, why you got 3 Manchester United
everyone
players?
has Greenwood.
I thought Marcos
Everyone has
I
Greenwood.
thought Marcos
No.
was the interrupter, but...
My bad. He's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, he only has
So-
one Liverpool player.
So-
What you gonna say?
As far as fantasy insights, I'm going to give you my what not to do's, and then Diego and Eddie and Mark will give you the what to do's.
Oh, no, I'm down there with you, bro.
Well, I'll tell you my big error. So anybody out there who's listening who does play fantasy Premier League and kind of falls into the hole that I fall into, which is investing in players a little bit too early than expected. I got a lot of players that aren't gonna play until maybe a few weeks from now.
Who do you have?
Thinking I dropped them already. I got rid of them because I thought they'd come back sooner. So I got them expecting them to play, do good, go up in values, cash in on them, and get some and just splurge all up top. That's not the way to do it. This is a week-to-week game, so don't fall into my horrible thinking process. I was thinking about more of the money than the actual points that come out.
Mention some of the players that you picked up at the beginning that you end up getting rid of. Come on, just say
It was
it.
really bad. It was really fucking bad.
Alright, so
I'll-
One of the players I was Foden.
Okay.
Okay.
But that, I mean, I think I can give myself the excuse on that one because Pep did say he is the most talented player he ever saw play and doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
so
get to
he
play.
saw-
So
he
I'm
saw-
fucking get that, Pep.
He sold you on the dream, but then he.
He also said Tottenham was was the second best team in the world, in Europe.
Well, technically speaking, they did get second place, but he's fucking on drugs. So.
I mean, exactly. I mean, if Pep
It's
said
Pep
Foden
Maradona. Who you
was-
talking about right now?
What?
He's too young to know that reference.
What did you say?
Pepe Maradona. Who you talking about right now?
You're too
You're
young
getting
to that.
down the road. We're gonna see other videos.
Now he didn't die. He did that.
So Diego,
What's up?
tell our listeners, our viewers, the fellow benchwarmers out there, who they should be watching out for coming into the new week for Fantasy Premier League.
I think they should watch out for this garbage team called Let's Talk About Six. I don't know whose team that is,
But
but
they are pretty garbage.
I mean, this guy's right in first place right now.
Dude,
It's Edgar's team. I won't be.
What's crazy is
I won't
that
be that
at
much
the
of a
last
hater.
season we were fighting not to be in relegation. Him and I, and you actually felt always.
I always start off good and I just
Always crumble.
All crumble at the
But
very
no,
end.
All I
Arsenal-
remember is Eric's text like, "Fuck, I forgot to do my switches."
How
but-
many times did I said the last game?
But legit,
No.
it was Edgar and me fighting not to be in the bottom three, and he doesn't pay attention to his
No,
squad.
this is squad.
So the fact that he's in first place right now
Good
in
job,
almost
good job.
every league he's joined is crazy to me.
I
of
think
course,
he's
it is
taking it
2
more
weeks.
serious now. I think he did more research this time around.
Well,
Okay.
his coworker's big into the fantasy footy
Yeah.
too, so I'm pretty sure he's giving him pointers.
Yeah,
they
they're
big.
they're probably going at it. So
But-
they're big fancy.
Yeah,
riders.
he told me like the way his job sets up like fantasy is like he gets like they get gifts every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
week,
They
yeah.
go by week to week now at the end of the season.
No,
Well, they have
I
an-
think
they have
they
an
have a
end of the
Yeah,
block
they
at
have
the end
a
of the season?
they have a grand total at the end of the season, but week to week they get like little gifts,
Little
like gift
prizes?
cards.
Wow.
Or, like,
bro.
Yeah, I think they
Stuff
put
like
like extra like $1 or $2 for like every week, and then the
Man.
winner of the week, like whoever got the most points, gets the gift.
yeah.
Nice. That's nice. I like that.
Diego, if you want to do it for this season or next season,
I
you
don't know,
know,
maybe
All right, next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is already
start it off for
Next
like
season.
once December comes along, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Diego,
Or
tell
now.
us, who are the sleepers for this week?
Cool. I'm gonna keep it real simple. I think the sleepers, because we already talked about Pukki Party, so Pukki is getting picked up by a lot of people. But I think some of the sleepers, and it pains me to say this as a United fan, but one of the biggest, actually, you know what? One of the biggest tips I can give anyone playing the game is to play as a neutral. Don't play as a fan.
Yeah, I
Tell
can
me
tell
about
you.
it.
Tell me about that, bro. Because
Because
I'm always so reluctant to pick up Manchester United because I hate Manchester United. But I was like, yo, I can't pass up Martial playing the number 9, bro.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If you let your emotions get the best of you, you're not gonna get the points, basically. So doing something like that, it's just a game. You want to chase the points, so go ahead and do it. Play it as a neutral. Afterwards, you could cheer and like lose your mind because you're hoping for, these rival teams to score, but you still want them to lose, and it's like,
It's such a conundrum.
yeah, it's just psychological damage.
That's
The biggest
So-
oxymoron ever.
That's what
I'm
Josh
sitting-
Howard was talking about.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just-
sitting there with a towel on my head, like I need fucking Martial to score. I don't want him to score.
Bro, I have Mane as my vice captain. Like I'm like, oh.
So, I mean, back to the names. I'm going to give 3 names. I think the first one, which I was saying, it pains me to say so, is going to be Ceballos. Because Ceballos recently went up in value. He was 5.5, and now he's 5.6 million. A lot of people saw potential in what he did in that cameo. To get 2 assists in that few minutes is not anything to, gloss over or, overlook, I think is the better word. So, I would say him for the fixtures that Arsenal have, let's say in like about a month. Arsenal have, I think, probably the best fixture run out of the top 6 sides
After these next 2 weeks.
after these next few weeks. Exactly. So I think if Ceballos features, this Liverpool game is going to be big because we'll see what Emery plans to do with him. If he wants to stick to his guns and keep playing, what he has, or if he wants to, dare and put someone that's really, really creative. The second guy that I would put up there, which I think is a bit clear or evident, Eddie just brought him up, is Martial.
Yeah.
Martial playing as out of position. So in fantasy, they call it OOP, out of position. On the pitch in real life, he's playing as a forward. But the game, since all these players are registered at the beginning of the season, he's categorized as a midfielder. That means his goals are going to count for 1 point more. he's going to get 5 points for every goal versus 4 if he were a forward.
Yep.
His assists still count the same, but those are just fantasy basics. I'm giving him a shout, not simply because I'm a fan.
And he gets points for clean sheets.
Right, and then he gets an extra point for clean sheets, which is, 1 point can make all the difference.
Yeah.
His shout out though is because it looks like Solskjaer has made up his mind that he's going to be the front man. So if that's the guy that all the goals are going to come through, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, man. I remember the year me and you were going at it. It's because Firmino was playing number 9 when they had him still in midfield, and I racked up so many points because of that.
A lot of points. So out of position players actually are one of the keys to the game. You want to try to find those guys and pick them up. Someone like Lundstrom, like Sterling, exactly.
Yeah.
From Sheffield. Lundstrom is actually the third name that I was going to put out there. I wanted to put one in each position, I guess. Lundstrom is in the game as a defender, but he's been playing almost as like attacking midfield for Sheffield United. I can't explain to you why. Maybe a Sheffield fan can. I haven't seen them play yet.
I mean, it's like Sessegnon when he was playing the Championship.
Exactly. He's been very comfortable in that role, and I think they're just going to keep him there. He's also very cheap. He's only $4 million. That's one of like the cheapest prices you can.
Probably went up actually.
You can pay for a player.
I
If they don't go down in price.
Pick
So
him up.
Lundstrom, Martial, and Ceballos. That's what we got. That's what we got for the next upcoming weeks.
Quick mention on what's the last guy's name? Lundstrom.
Lundstrom.
He I don't know if you guys saw his previous goal. That was the first goal he scored in the Prem, and he's I think the only player to score in all 4 divisions in England. So that was a huge moment for him. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. That's why he celebrated the way he did. It was like it meant a lot to him and to the players and to the fans. So
yeah, because I think it's also the first time that they're actually there. Right?
Correct. In a while, at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to shout out some of the teams that we got in here. If you have a team and you've been playing, you can join our league and you'll carry your points with you. So we have.
We'll still allow you to go join us. We're still allowing them to join?
If they would like to for this week. But other than that, we have 17 and we're set. That's it. We have I Love Eugene Campbell. There's also Home Alone 2 FC. That's a funny one. I like that one. We have Team of Pugs. And down in last place, I won't say the name, but You Can't Be Serious or You Can't Be Serious.
I mean, you can't be serious being in last place with that name,
guess so.
though.
I guess so. But our league's going good. We have Edgar leading. I'm in a comfortable second place, which is all right. Then we have actually Josue, who's been here. Marco's sitting in 7th. We got Eddie in 8th. We have Pepenador, Eric Estrada, languishing by 13th, but he can turn it around.
I'll come back.
So those are some shouts for fantasy.
Awesome.
If you are playing in your leagues, if you do have leagues that you're playing with some friends and stuff, we'll be giving some of those shout outs, during the segments.
Definitely. Thank you, Diego. Awesome. Those are fantasy insights, guys.